Vacuum test procedures, and we'll do some of the live on the vehicle in a few minutes, but here's the first thing you want to look at. You were doing a cranking test. Now make sure when you do a cranking vacuum test, the throttle plate is closed. The best way to do this is disable the fuel. Crank the engine over. You want between 1 to 5 inches of vacuum cranking. Now that tells you if the engine's in good shape. If the vacuum gauge is relatively steady, if the engine's in good shape, you don't have a ring or valve problem or compression problem. The other thing, if the vacuum is lower than normal, the first thing you want to do is make sure the PCV valve is not stuck open, or on a Ford product where the idle air bypass is stuck open. Either one of those will cause a low vacuum when you're cranking. I had a Ford 2.9 liter, and what happened on those, cranking vacuum was 0, running vacuum was 16. Well, we turn around and disconnect the idle air bypass, and the vacuum didn't change, RPM didn't change, so the idle air bypass was stuck open. The next thing you might want to do if you're looking at this is go to a warm engine. Again, at idle, warm engine, 17 to 21 inches steady. If it is, you're in good shape. Now, once you do that test, the next thing I would like you to do is do a low cruise test. And 12 to 1500 RPM, some guys do 1000 RPM, anything off idle. The vacuum should be the same as the idle vacuum, if not higher. If the idle vacuum 17, you go to about 1000, it should be 17 or higher if you have timing advance. If it starts to drop, whatever just came on, something just initiated on the vehicle, something like an EGR, canister purge, something came on and created a vacuum leak and dropped the vacuum in the engine, and now you have a problem. That's for that off idle hesitation. Real good test.